Welcome back. Welcome back to PowerPlayPodcast. I am happy to announce that I have my co-host back, Quake. He has been dealing with some family issues, as you all know, the last couple of weeks, and he's not been here. But now he's back, and we got something real interesting to share with you all today. So, let me introduce myself. I am Miss Robin, Richie Rob, or Miss Muhammad. I go by Richie Rob all the time because I want to be a millionaire. This is my pen, my millionaire pen. However, but welcome to Power Play Podcast, a unique, real serious dialogue that helps places people in positive financial position.
Yes, yes.
And today we're going to talk about our experience when we're prospecting our people or letting them know what we do
Yes, yes, yes.
as agents, right? Because the co-host Quake, he is my business partner, and we get some interesting responses, right? Last week we did a question and answers kind of thing. All the questions that were asked, I tried to answer them to the best of my ability. But today we're going to come with experience that we have. It's always interesting seeing Quake work out in the field when we're out in the field and he's introducing people to what we know and have because he hits all the points. However, their responses don't make sense at all,
Not at all.
right? So, for example, uh, we met a lady and Quake asked her, do she have life insurance? And he did a little skin shipping. You drive buses or you work where you work, and he did a little get to know, make it um, a lot easier, a lot more comfortable for the lady because it is a lady that he is approaching. So he do make it
Yes, yes.
comfortable for them, and then he gets right to it. Right, I don't do stuff like that. I kind of
She shy,
I
y'all.
be shy to it.
Gotta get to
I
the money,
wanna
baby.
yeah, I gotta get to the millions. I gotta get
You
like
gotta
he
get
is.
to it.
Yeah, I gotta get just I gotta get to the millions. But I'm shy when it comes to talking to people and exposing them to what it is I do, right? But he goes and he gets right into it. So I'm watching him and I'm listening, and he's asking her straightforward questions. Do she have life insurance? She says yes, she has life insurance, right?
Yes.
And then she responded with
Her family got life insurance, been having it on her. Her kids got life insurance. They're fully covered, you know. But my next question was, is it properly structured? I
right,
understand that you got life insurance, but is it properly structured? And she responded so quick as I knew that she wasn't telling the truth. She was like, yeah. So I hit her again. Is it properly structured? So she said, what did she say?
she said yeah, it's my through my family,
That's through
so
my
I'm
family.
good.
So I'm good. And then I hit it where there's a lot more come with the life insurance, as in property structure and a lot of other things that you might not even know about. But she might not even know. She might not even have a chance to know because she just passed me up. She ain't trying to know, you know.
Right,
But she'll take my number, or smell that pot of food before she even passed the food up and taste it. She knew it's good.
right,
But she
absolutely.
just passed it on up.
And that's what we're experiencing when we are out, um,
In the
letting
field.
people know in the field and letting people know what it is that we do. A lot of people that I contact, they go straight to money, and I'm like, bro or sis, I never asked you for no money. I
Exactly.
just asked you, did you have 45 minutes for me to share this information that I have with you?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say it costs this much. You need to pay this first. I didn't say you need to join. I just said you need to listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's where I think our biggest downfall is people are not listening. They're not even taking the time to listen. But when do they do listen?
When they do listen, this is when they do listen. When they lose a family member, that's
Yeah.
when they listen and they analyze and they think about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I spoke to one of my family members about life insurance, and on the back, oh, I'm gonna get cremated, and she thought I was gonna try to get some money up out of her insurance. I can't get no money up out of your life insurance. You paying for that. Only person gets the money about that, baby girl, is whoever you got your
Beneficiary.
beneficiary is. You know what I'm saying? Who you leave behind.
Right.
You know, but I'm going to go back then. They don't start asking questions until we lose a family member. You
Right.
know, I lost an uncle. I love him dearly. He's like my father. You know, my father's twin brother, Donald Shaw, rest in peace. You know, but I spoke to his wife about putting insurance on him because he's getting older. You know what I'm saying? But he was kind of sick. You know what I'm saying? Like a little health insurance. So when you got health insurance, it make it hard for you to get life insurance. Not to get it because you could still get life insurance, but probably not the one that you're looking for. You
When
know?
his health is not in when his health is not a par, not like the younger. That's why we encourage the younger you are, the better it is to insure yourself.
Yes.
That's what Ronald's trying to say. Quake is trying to say is that
Ronald, my name too.
Ronald's your name too. There is still options, even though you're older and your health doesn't permit uh, uh, insurance, life insurance. You still can get a final expense to cover burial expenses, right? Not necessarily pay out a beneficiary to create the generational wealth that we do offer as well. However, you can cover final expenses,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And there's a lot of options that look like a lot of different options. Final expense, you can go straight to my favorite company. Me and my upline from the first company I was with, we always have a joke that Everest is my favorite that I love to sell. Is why? Because when my mom lived in the senior homes, the senior apartment complex, those were my customers, and typically they're only qualified to get the final expense because they're so much up in age, and they take certain medications that disqualify them, right?
Yes.
So we were, you know, um, going and joking around that I like to sell final expenses, which was true. I do, because that, even though you get a final expense, you're still not showing selfish tendencies. I think if you don't have insurance or you don't get the knowledge behind life insurance,
Yes.
then you're carrying a selfish tendency, because when you are gone, right, you're gone. It's the ones that are living, your next of kin, your family members, your children, that has to take care of you after you're gone
Yes.
and do those final preparations and getting you ready and things like that. I know so because I had to do so along with my siblings for my mother just a year ago. So
Yes. That's what we're doing right now. Well, not just one of my uncles, but two of my uncles. One on my mother's side, two on my father's side. You know, I lost on both of them one night, and my other uncle was the next day, which is the next morning. So right now we trying to not trying, we're going to do it through the grace of God, build his money up and get what we need to bury them properly.
exactly.
But if they had insurance and it was properly structured, or not even just properly structured, that's insurance period to bury them, we wouldn't be calling around looking for money trying to get them buried. You know, that's what life insurance is really about. You know, ain't that nobody trying to knock you off real quick. We just want to make sure that you cool, your family cool. You know what I'm saying?
Although I do joke with my children now. I
That's
be
your
like,
children.
if y'all want to be wealthy right now, I won't be here to see it, but you can be,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I won't disclose how much because they really probably knock me off.
No, it won't knock you off.
I won't tell them how much, but
I don't think we
no.
roll like that.
The way I do have it properly structured, they will be in. If they take heed to the instructions that I leave, if that time looks like if I leave first, you know, they will be in a better, almost instant, better situation if they just take heed to the instructions that I leave. Because
Yes.
I've left room for, and don't get me wrong, it hasn't always been like that. I had to grow to this too, you know, because I trusted other agents, good agents, but I trusted them, and because they thought I can pay this much, and gave me so little life insurance. If something,
Assumed it.
yeah, they assumed it. So if something had happened to me with $25,000 of coverage, my children would have been looking like, you're a life insurance agent. This $25,000 of coverage only covered your burial. You're leaving us with nothing.
Yeah.
They would have been upset.
Yes, they would have.
You know. So then I had to go back and properly structure it. I had to go back and look at my finances, right? Take a look at my spending habits, change some spending habits. I had to see what the next 5 years might look like, and I had to exclude myself out of that,
Yeah.
right? So that they could be properly taken care of. And I based it off of my 13-year-old and when he will become an adult. So my life insurance will pay them off, pay their bills, give them some spending money, because, you know, you might have some children that, I got 6 of them, so some of them might manage their money a little different. All of them manage their money a little different. Leave something to my significant other. I just got, and then take care of my burial. I just got instructions set in place. And if they do so, do good by my instructions, they'll be okay and be able to grieve properly.
Properly, yes.
Right? Because losing me is a significant loss.
Yes, it is.
It is. My daughter told me I was an angel.
You are, baby.
Because I helped her. So, like, not to me, it was something small, but she was like, Mama, you don't even know. You an angel. And I was like, huh? Thank you. But I thought I was just helping you. You
As
know
a
what
mama.
I mean? Yeah, as your mama. And she's like, no, you don't even know. So, yes, they'll be able to function and grieve properly without the stagnance and stutter of trying to hurry up and grasp money from everybody. And then some of those relationships get hindered when you go out and you ask people for money and then they don't contribute. Then that might make my children feel some type of way, because they may be like they never was there to help my mom anyway. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want them to have that kind of relationship and stuff like that if I'm gone with other people. And you know, I don't want them to be like that.
You want that to be in their heart.
Yeah, I don't want them to be in their heart. I don't want them to feel ill because somebody couldn't donate, or I don't want them to feel some type of way because they asked and somebody was slow at giving.
And that's why you cover yourself.
That's why you cover yourself.
You know what I'm saying? So your kids don't got to worry about that. Your wife, your husband, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your mother, your father, they don't got to worry about that. If you cover yourself, put life insurance on yourself, and do it properly, and you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? You'll be straight. You say your kids don't got to worry about, oh, his cousin go to do it, his uncle, you know what I'm saying, is he gonna send something? You know, they already know that. Mom's got everything set already. We good.
We good. And you mentioned something, a spouse or your husband, your wife, worrying about that, right?
Yes.
Typically, when you have the household, right, and the parents, the wife and the husband, they run the household, right? They provide and all that and bring the income. That's how you make sure your insurance is structured properly too, because whichever income or both incomes, you want to be able to replace that income, right? So that the significant other, husband or wife, is not left with trying to pick up second jobs, third jobs to make sure the other income is coming in. You know, make sense?
Yes, it does, baby.
Makes sense.
Everything you say makes sense. That's why I'm dealing with you.
Yeah, can y'all tell that we have these conversations all the time about where we want to go and where we want to see. For ourselves, we are using life insurance to accomplish our goals. We have some really, really big goals and dreams, and we're tackling it from all ends, right? Being an agent, being a client, and sharing the information.
I'm glad you said as being an agent and a client, so that lets you guys know that we got life insurance too. You know, we ain't just trying to get you to get it. We got it too, and it's properly structured.
Properly structured. And we work hard to stay on top of it as well.
Yes.
And we're going through our whole families, combing through our family. When I say our families, that means our children, because we're a blended family. and making sure they have insurance. Now, do they have as much as we have? No, because we're not trying to replace an income for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they do have something in place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the children, what theirs could typically do is grow the cash accumulation with an investment grade life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So, any event they get older, want to go to college, they want to get a car, buy a house, get them a home, they can take, if it's properly structured, properly funded, they can take from that life insurance policy and use that to help them.
Yeah.
You know.
So when you do it like that, it's like put your money in the bank.
Typically,
Mm-hmm.
you can look at it just like a savings account. The only difference is, you know, how you can walk up to the bank, to the teller, and ask for that money back. You wouldn't ask for that money back unless you're really trying to borrow it from it, trying to, you know, take from it. That's the only difference. It's not a quick thing to go get, you know. But the accumulation on it is really, really good.
Okay.
If you let it sit and let it do its work over the number of years. So what we would do is you would schedule an appointment with us. You can reach me at 702-941-6746 to schedule that appointment. And I can show you an illustration on how the money would grow in an investment grade life insurance policy that's cash accumulating, that got cash value on it, and show you what that look like. The projections look like that for you or for your children in so many years. You know, I could do that. Also, we would do PFC.
What's PSC?
PFC is a
don't know.
personal financial checkup. We've mentioned it a number of times on our podcast. Is where we would do the reflection of your income, your spending habit, your expenses. You that right there, you would get to the nitty gritty of your finances.
Yes.
Right there. Some people shocked. Some people scared of them. Some people run from them. Some people don't want to face it. You know, because it gives a reflection on what you need to fix. If you don't need to fix something, if you have extra money, if you don't have extra money, you know, and that's how we would build your policy, your insurance policy, because you don't want an agent to overfund you and underfund you. Overfund you mean this policy is costing so much per month that you can't keep up with it. You know, the times change, inflation. Right now we're going through inflation. So you want to make sure you have a policy that you can keep up with.
Yes.
With the times. Times changing. You know, groceries are high. So you don't want to ever come and be faced with, do I pay for groceries or do I pay my life insurance policy? That's not what I want.
Yes.
So that's why I would do a PFC. And you can do those regularly. You know, you can do a PFC regularly, especially with your agent. Just schedule an appointment and say, hey, I want a PFC. Done. This is my finances and this is what's changed in the last 6 months since I sat with you. So let's do it again. You know, even at your policy renewal, you know, let's sit down, let's do a PFC. You know, that'll give a reflection of exactly where you are and what you can get. You may, like I said, I haven't started here where I'm at now. I grew to that. You know, I've had a policy where it was overly funded. But when my circumstances changed, I should have went back and did another PFC.
Yes.
You know, and then tailored my policy and my children's policy with that new circumstance, right? I didn't. Then I went on. I knew I needed something, so I just hopped into something. Let somebody give me something, and it wasn't right. Like when I seen it, I was shocked. I was like, "Today we gotta fix this."
Yes,
Fast. Today we gotta fix this. I think you was there with me when I was like, "Oh heck no!" I was freaking out.
Yes.
You know. So when that was fixed, now regularly I'm doing a PFC, and it's not scary. Some people it is scary to see a reflection of your finances, especially if you think you know how money works,
Yeah.
and then you really don't. That's why I ask people, you know how money works? They say yes. Let's make an appointment. I want to see how you see
How
money
money
working.
work? Yes.
You know. Then I ask people, you know how money works? No. Let's make an appointment because I need to show you how money works.
Mm-hmm.
This is how money working. Some people take their money out of the bank. Right now, they taking their money out the bank, but they putting it into the stock market, right? Okay, you can put it in the stock market, but you putting it in another risk
Mm-hmm.
because if the stock market crash, your money's gone,
All of it.
all of it. Now, if you want to put some in there, put some. Don't put all. You know, don't put all of it. Just put some. You know, and I
Mm-hmm.
know people that live by it daily. The trading, the stock, the all that they get up and they do it and they watch their money and they but it's a risk. It's a really huge risk. I tried to get into it um, when the group BWO was out and they were teaching the trade and currencies and stuff like that. It was during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't for me. We was getting up like Chinatown time and it's like 2, 3, 4 in the morning and
Looking at the
I'm
stock.
getting to the millions, but not this early.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the millions.
Still
But
trying to sleep on, baby.
yeah, not this early, you know. But however, 2, 3 in the morning, that's the trading times out there, you
Mm-hmm.
know, in the different countries and stuff like that. So it was real interesting. However, it's just we should find different ways now
Mm-hmm.
to uh, invest our money, you know, in investment grade life insurance. And everybody should do their research on what that looks like or what that is for yourself. You know, do your research on your agent. Do
Yes.
your research on companies. There is a buyer's guide, insurance buyer's guide. There is a how to purchase guide. Um, you get a guide when your policy is delivered to you from your agent. Um, so, and that's what I go off of when I'm talking to my clients. So, we're not going to take a lot of time here. You can reach us uh, at 702-941-6746 to schedule that appointment
Yes. Yes.
with
Yes.
us. You can catch us live at Vegas FM 106. Um, who else? Oh, you could catch us in person, coffee and conversations on Tuesdays.
Yes.
New time is 11 a.m. there. We be there Tuesdays having a great discussion, community discussions. Finances have been on the topic. Seemed like
Mm-hmm.
this last month and a half.
Yeah.
And April is Financial Literacy Month, so we are giving a lot of awareness and a lot of knowledge out this month. Also, I am going to be holding an event. I'll announce that on this coming Sunday when I have all the details and ducks in a row. I'm going to have another event where people can come out. There is a wealth event Sunday, this coming Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
that Greg DeVille and his wife Marquetta DeVille, who I am going to get as a host on a
He on a radio
podcast.
station, ain't
Radio station,
he?
yes.
DeVille.
hmm And do the real estate. His wife will come in and talk. I want her to talk after the wealth conference.
I listen to one of their things before on the radio.
Yeah, that's who's gonna help us
And he talk good.
get to where we want to go because we want to enter into the home ownership, and we want to take full advantage of that. So they're gonna help us along the way with that and how to take full advantage of it. Have some multi duplexes and stuff like that. It's gonna be a good road. We setting up our foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just gotta stay tuned. And anything you wanna add to it?
Yes, I want to say I love my family, the Shaws and the Blacks. The Shaws and the Blacks stay strong doing what we're going through right now. Donald rest in peace and Termite rest in peace. And also the Shaws and Blacks, keep on paying attention to what I'm doing and let's get the life insurance. You know, you don't gotta get it with me, but get it and let's properly structure it. You know, I love you.
Absolutely. Do give our condolences to the Shaws and the Blacks. And that is our time. Thank you for tuning in to Power Play Podcast. See you next week.